welcome to Cocktails and Convo. Cheers, ladies. If you're new here, my name is Sherelle Desire, owner and designer of S Desire brand, a luxury loungewear lifestyle brand. We come here on YouTube for Cocktails and Convo. This is where you can sip, shop, and slay. We get into some spirituality, lifestyle tips, mental health, fitness, wellness, all of the things you can catch here at Cocktails and Convo. So thank you for joining. Go ahead and get your cocktail because we're about to get started. Hey ladies, so today's cocktail is actually another mocktail. This is actually a little bit of grapefruit, mint, and a lemon, and it's mixed with a sugar-free strawberry flavored water topped with a little club soda. It's going to keep me hydrated, and it has a little energy in it. It has caffeine in it, so we're going to get into some things, okay? Next episode, we'll do a cocktail, I promise you, and a recipe, so stay tuned. So, we are on part 2 of the Fabulous Transformation. I am sharing my transformation journey so that you can get inspired to create your own or to join mine. So, I left off with, in 2022, that I lost another family member, and just the recovery of it all was pretty much me not really even being in sync with myself. I pretty much just lost myself in the midst of me just being numb. Being numb, living life. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you out there who are just literally just going off of routine. You're not even seeing yourself. You may look at yourself, but you're not even seeing yourself right now. And that's where I was. From working, from stress, from emotional, whatever's going on, trust me, I sympathize, I empathize. I see you, okay? Because that's what transforming is about, is first the self-awareness of it all. So at the time, I couldn't even recognize myself. I'm recording content. I'm not even really recognizing myself. I see myself, but it's just like, I don't feel my best self, but I'm still just trying to create because I need to create, right? Mind you, around this time, first quarter of 2022, also my dog, her health was declining. So at the time I had a fur baby. I had a fur baby for 14 years. If you follow the brand, you might have seen her in some of my videos or heard her barking in some of my videos. That was my everything. That was my girl. That was my little fur soulmate, okay? So in the top of 2022, no, 2023. Now we're at 2023, yes, because 2022, I lost my niece, and then now we are on 2023 first quarter, and within that first quarter, I found out my dog was actually dying. I took her to the vet once she had this really bad infection, and I'm like, oh, I rushed her to the vet because she was just not being her. It was just everything was just declining all at once. And when I took her to the vet, they was like, she doesn't have that much time left. And I boo-hooed in that veterinarian clinic, and they were so helpful. They were really godsend because I was actually out of town with her. And I went to a veterinarian that I could just found on Google. Like I didn't play about my baby. I found a veterinarian nearby on Google, took her, rushed her there, and the vet was so nice. So nice. And she was like, she doesn't have much time. She like, it's time to prepare yourself. And it was like the worst news ever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I cried probably that whole, even on the plane ride there with her, I was crying. I knew like, okay, you gotta really start getting prepared to lose her. And like, she was literally like my everything. So within say March of 2023 up until July 2023, I'm just sitting here processing the fact that my dog is dying, and it was due to a kidney, her kidneys was failing. So with kidney failure, renal failure, for those who have dogs, and especially if you're new to having a dog, being a doggy mommy, small dogs specifically, I think all sorts of dog sizes, but I think someone told me small breeds are known to get some type of renal failure. So with the renal failure, I had to start giving her needles to give her fluids. So I was doing that, which was very hard. I mean, my baby was only like skin and bones. And I had to put this big needle in her to give her fluids so her body can process. It's like, even when humans got to go through, what is it? I forgot what it's called, but it's the same. It's kind of like the same thing. So I was doing that. I had to give her needles to keep her alive. And it was, I mean, she was just declining month after month. From March to July, she was declining. I mean, it was maybe a couple good days that we had throughout those months, but I was literally grieving my dying dog. Like I was just like, wait, just no, like just grieving. So at this time, I'm totally just on cruise control through life. And here comes my birthday, July, and the 2 days before my birthday, I had a little gathering at a local restaurant bar. It was such a good time. It was such a good thing that I did it that day. Had a good time, had some drinks, had good conversation. My friends showed up. I really felt so loved that day because when I tell you, within 24 hours after that, my baby was dying. She was like, she stopped eating, and usually if they stop eating, that's it. She stopped eating, and when I realized she wasn't eating, she couldn't use the bathroom. And she was in her bed, and I remember just saying, let me go check on my baby. Because I would always sit her bed next to my bed. And when I went to touch her, and I always would rub her belly, always rubbed her belly. And I rubbed her belly, and it was cold. And you know, I'm her mommy. Like I know her stomach will always be warm. And when I felt it was cold, ooh, I just knew. You just get a feeling like, okay, she's leaving me now. She was breathing really like just she was just breathing really like weak. And I called my mom. I was crying. I called my mom. Put me on FaceTime, and I was like, she's dying. Like I just knew she was dying. So that night, I think I gave her some pain medicine. I was like, whatever's going on, I don't want her to be in pain. And I thugged it out. I'm like, it's me and her. Like I didn't want nobody else there. I laid in my bed and I laid her on my chest, and I fell asleep. You know, I'll wake up and I'll feel her, see if she was still breathing. I think around 11 p.m. Right, it's like, yeah, 11 p.m. on the 11th. Still feeling her breathing. I woke up maybe in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. or 4. Yeah, I think it was like 2 a.m. or midnight. It was something around that time. It was officially my birthday. And when I woke up, she was gone. Like, ooh, ooh. She was gone. She was gone. And I had her on my chest because I said, I'm not putting my baby down. I didn't want, I literally, and I know it sounds so crazy, but it was pretty much the best thing. Like, that's the way, if it was going to happen, I wanted it to happen that way. I wanted her to be with me. I didn't want her to be a no veterinarian, being put down, none of that. She had last breath on top of me, and I was there to hold her, keep her warm, and, ooh, child. So you gotta understand that somebody like me who has such a purposeful life, somebody like me who so driven and just genuine and just, you know, and you see yourself kind of going through one thing after another, and you be like, damn, what am I under? Spiritual attack? Like, and so of course, and at this time, I am starting my transformation journey. Rewinding back March, top of April, between March and April 2023, I literally said, you gotta start going to the gym. Whatever you do, but just make sure you make it to the gym. Like I just knew I had to get out the house. I need to go to the gym around people. And I did start my journey in March of 2023. I would go to the gym 3 times a week in the morning. And it was like, you get up, you take your you know, get freshened up, put your gym clothes on, and you get to the gym. It wasn't no thought, no, there was no excuse. It was no like, oh, I feel tired today. None of that. My chosen days is Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and some Fridays. Those was the days that there was no question. You wake up, just like y'all get up and go to work. It was like, go, get up and go to the gym. And then whatever else I had to do for the day to work or whatever, I did it after that. And when I tell you that helped transform me, because it helped transform my mindset, because before that, I was struggling to have that consistency when it came to my fitness. Even though I've always been active, for some reason within that 2022 to up until 2021, maybe even 2020, those years past, I just could not stay consistent. Maybe in the summer I will be consistent, then I'll drop off. And then I was not being consistent, and it was because I wasn't in alignment. When you cannot stay consistent to the goals that you are setting for yourself and the things that you know is going to elevate yourself, that means you're not in alignment. Write that down. You are not in alignment, and you need to focus on getting back into alignment, because once you're in alignment, it's not a task. It's not a task anymore. And when I changed my mindset to say, me going to the gym is not a task, it's my therapy. Catch that? It's not a task anymore, because when we look at it as, oh, I got to the gym, oh, I don't feel like it. When you do all of that and you put that negative energy on yourself, and then you're going to find an excuse not to show up for yourself, the gym ain't going to hurt you, especially if, unless you're doing some crazy workouts, but the gym is only going to help you. So why are you not showing up for yourself? You showed up to that bar, you showed up to that club, you showed up to that man's house, you showed up to get them nails, you know what I'm saying? You showed up to do all these other things that temporarily may have satisfied you, but you're not making sure you show up for yourself when it comes to your body, your health, your wellness. You showed up for that hair appointment now because you got your hair done, you don't want to go to the gym. What sense does that mean? Like, it's a mindset shift, and you have to get yourself into alignment. So I did do that in 2023. It was no ifs, ands, and buts. You got to go. If you're going to change your life, this is where you start. And I took that and I stuck with it. So when my fur baby passed in July, I said, now, do I use this as a reason to stop? Do I use this reason to give up on myself and not stay in formation? It was a perfect reason. Literally, my dog of 14 years just died on my chest. I had the perfect out. But no, I gave myself a week off, which is typical, whether if it's my cycle on or whatever. I gave myself about a week, not even a whole week probably, and I was back in that gym. Puffy eyes, puffy face, puffy every day. I was back in that gym. So I'm just sharing that part because you have to stay focused, whether you are seeing rain showers, thunderstorms, or tsunami. You got to show up for yourself, because things are going to happen. Life is going to life. And if you keep letting life beat you up, you're going to show up looking beat up. If you're not going to fight back, you're going to end up looking beat up. Like, everybody looking at you getting your ass whooped. You gonna let your ass get whooped, or you gonna fight back? So I'm gonna share more right after these messages. Hey ladies, so we are back with another episode of the Levels to Luxuriating here at S.Desire Brand. So right now we are on level 1.1 with the Dream Girl Robe and Scarf bundle. This is our very own print. You can't find this anywhere, and this is the robe that is perfect for your self-care Sundays, when you're doing your facials, when you're doing your bath time, when you're doing your makeup, when you're doing your get ready with me's, and you need a robe and a scarf to have on while you do your makeup and your hair. This is the robe to do it in, okay? Not only that, but you can also rock this around the house when you have guests over, you want something cute and sexy that you can wear. Pair this with the Fab Leisure 2-piece set. Comes with a bandeau top and a high-waisted legging. It's very slimming and very comfortable, super stretchy, and it's one of my favorite lounge sets. So you can get this complete look at CherrelleDesire.com and enjoy level 1 of luxuriating. Stay tuned for level 2. All right, bye ladies.